Traveling up or down Interstate 20, most local drivers have likely gotten pretty familiar with the layout of towns in the area. But once you travel off that beaten path, you may find places that you didn't even know exist, or in this case, used to exist.
KTAB's Noah McKinney traveling through rural Callahan County to learn the fate of Belle Plain, Texas, which was once in consideration to become the Callahan County Seat. Now little more than a cemetery and a few historical markers.
A scenic drive through the West Texas countryside can provide some truly beautiful views. But if you want to know the history of that land, a quick glance will only get you so far.
I lived at Belle Plain when I was 7. I'm 80.
Though his time was long past the town's heyday, Lee Abernathy grew up in and around the remains of Belle Plain, Texas. Founded in 1876, it was once the Callahan County Seat, now almost completely returned to the elements.
Last time I was there, the mesquite trees have grown up so that you actually could drive on the road and not even know it was there.
So far gone, you'd never guess it was once a thriving community, home to a college with the largest music conservatory between Fort Worth and El Paso.
They had students come from everywhere.
By 1878, county authorities had secured the county seat, but progress had other plans.
The railroad could have hit Belle Plain and Buffalo Gap and gone on west. Instead, it moved about 12 miles to the north.
The T&P Railway Company choosing Bayard as the next major stop along the way, making it the ideal stop for merchants, cattle movers, or any potential settlers in the future. But back home, spirits remained high, a local paper reporting on sentiment at the time as,
"Bayard's never going to be anything. Don't pay any attention to this."
Just 2 years later, in a move very telling of the time,
the newspaper, who had been the great rouser of Belle Plain support, gets a chance to move to Bayard, and he packs up his press and goes.
The town held on for a few years after, and the college even longer than that, but by 1905 the Belle Plain post office officially closed its doors, an end to the story that many saw coming decades prior.
I heard at least one person say, the clanging of the bell from the train that went through Bayard for the first time was the death knell for Belle Plain.
As the years passed, mostly farmers and ranchers remained, the cemetery, the only part of the original town, still regularly preserved, honoring the lives and stories of all those that called the land home years ago. For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
What an amazing story.
Piece of history tucked away.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it very much. Well, to produce this story, Noah spoke with and was guided by landowners in that area. Not only were they able to give him insight into the history, but they were able to avoid the more dangerous areas, adding that they have had trouble with trespassers getting on the land and getting hurt, warning that there are many hollow cistern areas that could easily be fallen into, and advising all to keep off the property. It's private, stay safe, and only tour the land if you have the permission of the landowner.
A few rattlers out there as well.
That's what Noah was saying. There are quite a few, he was saying.
Yeah.
Not just a few.
Yeah, they said the bell told us with a death nail for Belle Plain. Well, it's a death rattle too. If you rattlesnake out there, so
right. Don't go. Just repeat Noah's story over and over.
Lots of towns like that around Texas, though. Yeah. Little towns, you never knew they were there.